I should have kept the horns out to film this intro to the vlog, but you know what? They're already away and it's too late. I am not getting up to get them back out. Hello everybody, my name is Danny and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 9 Eyes of Lucian readathon vlog. Today is October 30th and you will not be seeing this for about 2 months, which is the longest time frame I've ever had on a vlog before, so we'll see how I keep up with it. There's probably going to be a big slog in the middle, but we're just going to run with it. So I know in my video I said that the readathon doesn't start until November 1st, but I also said that technically if there's 9 weeks exactly, it would start on October 30th, which is today. So I'm gonna start reading because I haven't been reading the past couple of days because I wanted to wait for the readathon. So I'm just gonna read. So I've thought about it quite a bit, and I've decided the first book for my readathon that I'm going to pick is it is The Murder Farm. It is for the prompt for Miramis, which is to read a book from a genre you don't usually read, and this is true crime. I don't usually read true crime. Yeah. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I just finished filming my TBR video for the readathon, so I'm saying a lot of the same stuff, but I figured this is the perfect first read for several reasons. First being it's short, and getting one under the belt like right away is going to keep me motivated to keep reading the other books and not feel like I'm falling behind on my readathon. The second reason is because it is like a dark, scary murder book, and you know, tomorrow's Halloween, it's still spooky season, and so it'd be a good time to read that now and stay on theme. I haven't really read many like super spooky books in October. It was it was a couple gothic books which are spooky, and then like dark academia books which are spooky but a different vibe. And then I also read Payback's a Witch, which is not spooky, but it's got witches. So like it's a different kind of Halloween vibe. This is like straight up creepy murder, I'm assuming. There's a loud car going by. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be the first book I read. It's less than 200 pages. Let me see. It is 168 pages. So it is 4:45 in the evening right now, so I might be able to read all of this today, if not definitely by tomorrow. And it'll be nice to get something done so quickly. It'll be very encouraging. So I'm gonna start this now and we're gonna see how I like it. Hello. It is now 9:45 p.m. and I have finished reading The Murder House. Mygo was streaming, and so I was just hanging out watching that and reading during the sprints. And it was a very short book, 168 pages, so like I had no problem getting through it. And like it was good. I gave it a 6 out of 10. Definitely didn't surprise me and become a new favorite. Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't realize until I was reading this that I did already know about the murder case that this was based on / inspired by, until I was reading it, and then I'm like, oh, this is all very familiar, and like, it was just a weird little thing that happened. This was interesting because it was like multimedia with like interviews and like weird chapters interspersed. Ultimately, it was a fine book. I'm gonna donate it and someone else will enjoy it more than I did. Hello, it is October 31st, just coming in for a quick update. The next book I'm going to be reading for the 9 Eyes readathon is going to be The Ocean at the End of the Lane. I asked my friend, like, hey, out of these books, which one should I read next? And this is the one that he chose, so that's what I'm going with. Now, we're going to cut to a little clip of my cat, because she's really cute and sitting in the window, and then we'll get to whatever I end up filming later for this vlog. Hey, Grammy. What you looking at? What you looking at, baby? She loves sitting in the window. Hello, friends. It is 8:30-ish on November 2nd. Sorry for the heat in the background. It's very cold, so I've got the heat going. Understandable. I have finished reading The Ocean at the End of the Lane, so I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. should probably tell you how I felt about that. I like it. It's the second time I'm reading it. It's not like my favorite Neil Gaiman work, but it's up there. It's like just below my favorites, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. I think I might take a break from my TBR for the readathon to read Manga in Theory and Practice, which is a book that's on my November TBR that I have to read this month, even though it's not for my readathon. Yeah, so I won't see you guys for a couple of days, but, that's just how it is. I have other books to read besides for this readathon, so, yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Hello friends, it has been several days since I last spoke to you. Sorry about the heat going on in the background. It is absolutely freezing in here. It is about 10 p.m. on November 8th. It is a Tuesday. Not that really matters, but whatever. I wasn't going to update you until tomorrow morning when I would let you know that I would be starting Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, but I decided to start it tonight because I'm bored. You know, you ever get that, like, boredom where there's so many things you could be working on, so you do anything else? I was experiencing that so hard today, so I scripted 6 videos. So I guess I'm good on that for a little while, but yeah, I'm not quite ready to go to bed yet, so I'm like, I guess I'll read. I finished reading Manga in Theory and Practice. I finished reading Dracula. If you didn't know, I've been reading Dracula Daily. It's this thing where you get an email with an excerpt from Dracula on the day that that excerpt takes place, because Dracula is written in like an epistolary form of like letters and diary entries, and that finished up yesterday. I also read the first 5 volumes of Whisper Me a Love Song because that was on my November TBR, and they were super quick. I read like 3 yesterday, 2 today. Really super cute. Not important to this vlog, but like that's what I've been reading when I haven't been reading my 9 Eyes-athon TBR books. But now I'm ready to get back to those, and I'm reading Kindred. Super duper nervous about this because it's very intimidating, but also so excited. I was gonna start tomorrow like a brand new fresh day and like probably be in a better like mood to start a new book than like 10 p.m. But I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. I'm just gonna start it now. And I was also gonna film a time lapse, but like I said, it's really late and so it's really dark, and my like lamp lighting is so bad, as you can see. It's actually not like terrible right now, but like it's not the best. So I'll probably film the time lapse tomorrow. I have to film another video anyway. Yeah, that's my update. Now that I've been rambling, I will see you when I can actually tell you my opinions about this book, because I have none right now because I haven't started reading it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, hi, it's Tuesday night Danny again. Weird things going on. Well, one weird thing. So I read the prologue of Kindred. First of all, fantastic. That first line, killer, and I'm so intrigued. Weird thing though. So the table of contents, which first of all, I'm glad there's a table of contents. I love when books have tables of contents. It mentions that after the epilogue, there is a reader's guide with a critical essay and some discussion questions that start on page 265. And I'm like, okay, that's normal enough. But then I flipped to the back of the book, and there's only 264 pages. Like, it just ends at the end of the epilogue. Which, like, I'm glad I'm not missing any content from the actual book. But, like, why is there a reader's guide listed in the table of contents if there's not one in the back of the book? Like I said, pretty weird. I'm gonna get back to reading now, and I promise you, the next time you see me will be tomorrow. past 9 a.m. on the 9th. I had a bit of a slow start this morning. I just didn't really want to get out of bed, so clearly I didn't, as I'm still in bed. I have been reading Kindred, and it is so good. I'm about 50 pages in, and I cannot put it down. So I have a lot of things that I have to do today. So what I'm going to do is after I finish each task, I'm going to reward myself with reading more of this book because I do not want to put it down, but I understand that I do have other things that I need to do. So that's the plan. I might end up just reading it all anyway. Hello friends, it is still November 9th, and it is about 7:45. I finished reading Kindred by Octavia E. Butler about half an hour ago, and then I just got lazy, and so I was on Tumblr for half an hour before I came to film this clip and also set up my journal spread for this book. Yeah, so I ended up reading this in less than 24 hours. Honestly, yesterday I only read... Oh, don't do that. I only read the prologue and, like, the first chapter, so it was, like, 20 pages tops. So, like, I guess I could get away with saying that I read this in one day if I could speak correctly. But, like, I really didn't. But I did, kind of. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I'm just rambling. This book was fantastic. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Definitely one of my favorite books that I've read this year. It was so killer. Like, it was amazing. I don't remember any of the other clips that I filmed for this. I do remember talking about the weird thing in the table of contents that's not in the book, but, like, I kind of remember saying that I was a little bit nervous to read this. This was so good. I had no right to be nervous that I wouldn't like this, because this was so good, and I really want to read more of Octavia E. Butler stuff. I know this is her most popular work, but I feel like that makes this, like, a good one to have started with, and I can't wait to pick up more of her stuff at some point in the future. I'm gonna put this down. I'm just waving it. I'm gonna hit myself in the face. Someone just came home and slammed the door downstairs. Yes. So that's been my day. I did do my stuff on my to-do list. I did most of the stuff on my to-do list, and then I still ended up reading this whole book. Now the only book left on my TBR for November is Mistborn, and like I said, today's only the 9th, but, like, I don't think I'm ready for Mistborn, so I am going to read something else from my 9 Eyes TBR. I think I'm gonna go with The Silver Tracks, which is the 4th book in the Reckless series, and I'm so excited for that. That might, it's either gonna be that one or When Did You See Her Last, which is the 2nd book in the All the Wrong Questions series by Lemony Snicket. I will decide tomorrow probably, because I'm not going to get any more reading done today. I have other things that I would like to do, but that is where I'm at this rate. I'm going to finish all of the other books so quickly and then have to wait for Jujutsu Kaisen 18 to actually come out at the end of December to finish out this vlog. But yeah, it's been a good day. Read a great book. Spent most of my day reading. I also started a new video game. It's called Strange Horticulture, and I'm obsessed. So today's been a really good day. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Okay, it is Thursday, which means I'm in the living room, because otherwise the babies will cry at the door because my boyfriend isn't here today. I am about to start reading, if I can pick it up, All the Wrong Questions, Book 2. I already took off the dust jacket. This is called When Did You See Her Last? Question mark. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of this book. I asked my boyfriend to pick out a book for me before he went to work this morning, and from the pile, this is the one that he chose, so it's the one I'm reading next. I did have to look up a summary of book 1 online, because it has been a little bit since I read it, but I'm excited to get back into this series and read the 2nd book, so I'm going to do that now. Hello friends, it is 9 o'clock on the dot on Saturday, November 12th, and I have just finished reading When Did You See Her Last? I finally remembered the name of the book, and this was really good. I don't remember how I liked the first one, so I can't really compare it. Obviously, I love it because I love Lemony Snicket's writing style and this, like, weird, fantastical world that he's created while it's still kind of, like, mundane and normal. My favorite part of this book is the fact that there's a grocery store called Partial Foods. I just think that's really funny. And I really want to read the other two books in the series, but I don't own those, so I will have to get them eventually. Lemony Snicket is one of those authors that I prefer to buy secondhand. Like, at the very least, with a series of unfortunate events, it just feels right to buy those books secondhand. And I also bought this book and the first book in the series secondhand, so I would like to continue buying the rest of the series that way. Um, my cat is squeaking. I don't know if you can hear that. She wants in. Yes, I have finished this book, and then I don't know what I'm going to read next. I have several options, so I will give that a good think and get back to you guys when I figure that out. Hello, friends. Today is November 16th, and I'm about to start reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I'm very excited. I'm very nervous. I am also filming a separate vlog just for this because I am planning on reading all 3 books in the Mistborn trilogy back to back. So I'm probably going to be a little light on this book in this vlog because I will go into more detail on that one. So I'm not sure if I'm going to like update you guys with my thoughts on this or if I'm just going to tell you when I finish it. I'm hoping to get those 3 books done in November, so I have 15 days, so that means 5 days for each one. So as I'm planning it now, the next time I see you will be when I finish this, and then I won't see you again until December because the other 2 books in this trilogy are not part of this readathon, and so I'm not going to be talking about them in this vlog. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit light on this middle content here in this vlog, but it's fine. I have 5 more books to read this readathon after this one, I think. 4 or 5. I can't keep track, so plenty of content still to come. Just gonna be light on this one because I'm doing a separate vlog because I hate myself and want to film so many vlogs at once. So yes, I will see you maybe with like a midpoint update, but definitely for sure when I finish this. So I'll see you then on the other side of Mistborn. Hello friends, it is the 19th and I'm just here to let you know that I have finished reading Mistborn today. It was absolutely fantastic. If you want to know my detailed thoughts about it, definitely check out my Mistborn vlog. But I just wanted to give you a quick update about that because Mistborn was a book on my TBR for the readathon. But I'm going to continue on with the trilogy and read the next 2 books, so I'm not going to be updating this vlog for probably a couple of weeks, maybe like a week and a half at the absolute least. But yeah, the next time I see you, it might not be November, who knows. I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that. I mean, it's gonna be no time at all to you because you're just gonna see me in the next clip, but whatever. I just figured I'd update you guys. I will see you after I finish reading the Mistborn trilogy and when I pick up another book for this readathon. Hello friends, today is November 30th and I finally have an update for this vlog. I took some time off to do my Mistborn vlog and I finally finished reading all of those books. It took almost exactly 2 weeks and it sure was a time. But now I'm back to reading books for my readathon, and I think the next book I'm going to read is The Dante Club by Matthew Pearl. I have it physically, obviously, it's right here, but there's also an ebook version on Scribd that I'm going to be listening along with as I read it because I haven't done that in a while, and I think it's a fun thing to do. Honestly, I'm going with this one next because I think it's the one I have the highest chance of DNFing, and I'd rather get that done earlier rather than later. Like, you don't want to end the year on a DNF. But, yeah, I like, looked at it and started reading it. First of all, it's got the tiniest font and the tiniest margins, so it's, like, a lot longer than it looks. 370 pages. But like small font and small margin and like I don't know, I started reading it and it just didn't vibe with me. We'll see. I'll give it, so I like to do 20%. So if it's 370 pages, though Chloe is crying at the door, that's what, 76 pages? That seems like a lot. I don't know. I like to also give it to like the end of a chapter. We'll see. I'll give it like 2 or 3 chapters, and if I'm not liking it, I'll DNF it and donate this book. I was so excited when I bought it, but now I'm just like, ugh. So we'll see. Hopefully I do like it, but we'll see. I'm I'm not gonna read it right now because it's lunchtime. I will get to it later on and we'll let you know how it goes. Okay, friends, it's been several hours and I have decided to DNF the Dante Club like 10 pages in. Okay, first of all, I had the audiobook on Scribd, and there's the abridged version and the unabridged version. I had first started listening to the unabridged version, and it had way more stuff than this did. Like, a whole, like, prologue and everything that isn't in this book. So I'm like, okay, I guess I have the abridged version. So then I started playing the abridged version, and it had, like, the first couple pages, and then it skipped, like, 4 pages, like, an entire section and, like, scene, and just moved on. I'm like, okay. So I started reading that, like, with my audiobook paused, and, like, it just went into so much gross detail about this dead body. And, like, I don't care about any of the characters yet because it's only 10 pages in, and this scene is just disgusting. And, like, I don't like the writing style. I'm just gonna accept the fact that I don't want to read this book, and I probably never will want to read it. And I was so excited when I bought it, because it had to do with like a secret society inspired by Dante, and I'm not gonna do it to myself. I'm getting rid of this. It's just not my thing, and I don't feel bad because I only paid like $2 for it. I don't know what I'm gonna actually read next then. Right now I don't want to read anything. I just want to get that mental image of the dead body out of my head. I'll update you when I figure out what I am gonna read. Hello, friends. It is almost 9 o'clock on December 2nd, and I finally have a copy of The 9 Eyes of Lucian. So I didn't buy this in November because I knew I was going to read it right away, and that'd be bad for 2 reasons. 1, because it would distract me from NaNoWriMo, and 2, I knew the book chat wasn't going to happen until December, so I wanted to get it closer to then so that I would actually remember what happens. So I set it as my reward for winning NaNoWriMo, which I did. My goal was to do 40 hours of work throughout the month, which I did. I think I did like 41 and a half hours. So then today, my boyfriend and I went to Barnes & Noble, and we could not find this book. It was like nowhere to be found, and I'm like, let's check the new release section just to be sure it's not there. I don't think it would be there because it's been out for over a month now, but like, we'll just check. And it was there. And also Kith and Kin was there, which is weird because that came out a year ago, but I guess they just wanted to put them together. But look how stunning this cover is. I am obsessed. I love the Kith and Kin cover, but like, I like this one a whole lot more. And it's a lot slimmer. Give me 1 second, I will grab Kith and Kin. So like, it's a lot slimmer. Kith and Kin is $3.55, and Lucian is oh gosh, that's an epilogue and I don't want to spoil it. $2.95, so like a lot shorter. But also, there's a section that says about the type. I love when books tell you what font they're written in. This is really random and weird, but I just love that so much because I love fonts, and I like to know what typeset books use. But yeah, it's like 60 pages shorter. I'm so excited for this. The day that I'm filming this clip, yesterday was the second half of the Mighty 9 reunion video. And I didn't watch it, but I did see a couple of posts about it on Tumblr and like got real emotional. Cannot wait to watch that. So today's Friday, and tomorrow I'm going to PAX Unplugged, which is like a board game convention in Philly. And then I'm also going to a concert. I'm gonna go see Slaughter Beach Dog. Don't listen to their music, but my boyfriend really wants to go, and I'm like, fine. But probably gonna regret that because Sunday I'm doing my 9-hour live stream for reading sprints, so yikes, I'm probably gonna fall asleep for a couple of those sprints. Hopefully not sleep through the chat, that'd be awkward. But yeah, my goal is to read all of this on Sunday. I think that's doable. Less than 300 pages, I can do that. And then I can use remaining sprints for like working on my novel and stuff. But I'm going to be streaming for 9 hours because I am nothing if not someone who commits to the theme. Whew. It's going to be a time. And then the chat for this book is going to be either the 14th or the 15th. We haven't quite decided yet, and that's going to be me and Wallace from the channel Wallissimo, Jen from Jen's Bookshelf, and also, ooh, my heat kicked off, and now I feel like I'm talking really loud. Crystal from the channel Crystal's Cluster is going to try and join us, but she might have to work. By the time you see this vlog, it'll have already happened, so I'll remember to link it in the description, but I'm very excited for that. Very excited for this book. I'm gonna stop rambling as I always do and see you guys on Sunday. Hello, friends. Today is December 4th, and I am currently 20 minutes in to a 9-hour stream. Yeah, I don't know, man. I figured, hey, 9 Eyes of Lucian, let's host reading sprints for 9 hours. I don't know what's wrong with me, but we started, like I said, like about 20 minutes ago, and I'm just gonna power through, I guess. I'm so tired because yesterday my boyfriend and I went to PAX Unplugged, which is a board game convention in Philly, and then we went to a concert at night and didn't get home until like 12:30. We did so much walking like throughout the convention and then also like through the city to get to the concert venue, which was in like a church, and then to the train station. My legs hurt so bad. I'm so sore. My neck feels so stiff, but like it was a really fun day, so I can't really complain too much. Now we are streaming. I say we, it's just me. I didn't have any guests. Like I didn't ask anybody to guest with me, but I don't really care about being by myself. It's fine. My goal today is to read the entirety of The 9 Eyes of Lucian, which I think I mentioned in my last clip when I like showed you that I bought this, but that was a couple days ago, so I honestly don't remember. But it's not that big. It's like 300-ish pages, and I'm very, very excited. I have other stuff that I'm going to do. I'm not going to be reading for the 9 hours straight. I have to work on my story. I have a video to edit. So much to do today. But I'm going to get back to my stream now and get some stuff done. Hello, friends. It is about 4:30, and I almost forgot to update you guys, but I finished reading The 9 Eyes of Lucian. I actually finished it like 2 sprints ago. But like I said, I almost forgot to update you guys. I love this book so, so, so much. I adore it. It's very easily one of my favorite books that I've read this year. And I liked it more than I liked Kith and Kin, which I really did like Kith and Kin. This one just had that something extra that I'm like, oh, yes, fantastic. I'm very excited for the book chat that we'll be doing in about a week. Me, Wallace, Jen, and potentially Crystal if she's feeling up to it. Yeah. I'm still streaming because it's only 4:30. I have an hour and a half left to stream. And I'm not as tired as I thought I'd be after streaming for 7.5 hours at this point. But I will definitely be very happy when this is over and I can just chill for a little bit. But yeah, I finished the book. I read it in one day. Go me. It was under 300 pages. I mean, barely under 300 pages, but still, like, not that long. And I really loved everything about it, really. I'm going to save my thoughts for the book chat, though. So if you want to know all the deets about how I felt, check out the replay of that, because by the time you see this, it will have happened weeks ago. Yeah, I'm going to try and remember to link it in the description. I feel like that's a video that I have to remember to link, so yeah. I have 3 more books to read for this readathon, and they are The Silver Tracks by Cornelia Funk, 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, and Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18. And those first 2 I'm actually reading as part of the Aurelium mini readathon that doesn't start until the 9th, and today's the 4th. So I'm not going to read them just yet. And then Jujutsu Kaisen 18 doesn't come out until the 20th, so I'm not reading that yet. So I will see you in a few days when I read other books for this readathon. Until then, I hope you're having a good day. Hello friends, today is December 8th. I don't remember the last time I updated you. It was a couple of days ago, I think when I DNF'd the Dante Club, and I said I'd get back to you when I figured out what I'm reading next. So I figured out what I'm reading next, and that is The Silver Tracks by Cornelia Funk, the fourth book in the Reckless series. I put a poll up on my Instagram with some emojis, and this one won by a landslide. So I'm very nervous because I'm always nervous getting into a book by my favorite author, because what if I don't like it? I'm gonna love it though. So I'm very excited to read it because it is by one of my favorite authors, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. I have started another vlog against my better judgment for the Aurelium Readathon, which technically starts tomorrow, but I'm starting it tonight. That'll have been up way before this one, so you could check that one out. But this is one of the books that I am reading for that readathon, so getting it out of the way. I'm gonna read for probably a couple hours tonight. It's only like 7:30, so we'll see how much I can get into. How long is this book? This is 363 pages, so not that long at all, and I'm very excited. It has this like very strange texture. Like it's smooth, but it's like, I want to say buttery, but I don't know if that's going to make sense to anyone else. I really like it though, and this cover, absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm very excited to get into this. Okay, just filmed 2 videos today, and I've updated my Aurelium vlog, and now I'm here to update this vlog. So I'm reading The Silver Tracks. I am 84 pages in. I just checked, I don't remember yet. 84 pages in, 11 chapters. Really, really loving it. I'm so excited to be finally reading this book, one of my most anticipated books of the year. I don't know why I didn't read it sooner. Maybe because it was so anticipated. I was nervous for it. But yeah, I am hoping to finish it tomorrow. So I'm about a quarter of the way through. So I think I can do it. I have some videos to edit, and then I have to work on my own story. And I think I'm hanging out with a friend later today, but I'm not positive on that. But I'll definitely have time tonight to keep reading this. And I probably won't update you again tonight, but I will update you probably just when I finish this book. Honestly, I'm not planning on doing 1,000,001 updates for this. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Hello, my friends. Today is the 11th. It's like 3:15, and I have finished reading The Silver Tracks by Cornelia Funk. It is now on my bookshelf. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I did really enjoy it. It just had a trope that I'm not really a fan of. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I just filmed a clip to update my Aurelium vlog, which you'll probably have already seen because it will have gone up way before this one. But yeah, it revolves around a pregnancy, and that's not really something I enjoy reading about. So I'm a little bit about it, but other than that, I still really, really loved it. It is Cornelia Funk. She's one of my favorite authors. I love this world that she's created, and so I'm still very glad that I read it. I still had a fun time aside from that one thing. But the next book I'm going to be reading is not, in fact, for this readathon. It is for Aurelium, so I will be not updating this vlog for a couple of days. I only have 2 books left to read for my own readathon, and that's wild to think about. I have to read The 13th Tale, and I have to read Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18, which doesn't even come out for another, like, more than a week. I think it's like 9 days. I think it comes out the 20th. So I'll be doing other reading. I have 3 books to read for Aurelium that are not part of this readathon. So if you want to see other things that I have read this month, definitely check out that vlog, and it will fill in the gaps. But yeah, I will check in with you when I get to the 13th Tale, because I will be reading that, and then ending this vlog with Jujutsu Kaisen 18. So I will get back to you in a couple of days. Alright, so it is later on in the same day. It is still the 11th, and I DNF'd the book that I was reading, and that sucks. But that means that tomorrow I will be starting the 13th Tale, the second to last book for this readathon, and let's hope that I don't dislike this one and that I actually enjoy it and don't DNF a 3rd book this month. Let's hope. Hello friends, today is the 14th, and I have finished reading The 13th Tale. It was good. I didn't think it was great, but I still really enjoyed it. I think the audiobook was definitely the right move for me to like listen to it as I was reading along physically because it was so well done and I really loved the narrators. I am I don't think I'm gonna keep it though. I think I'm gonna give this book to my mother. I don't see myself rereading it, and I feel like she would really enjoy it. It definitely seems like her kind of story. So, yeah, I only have one more book left for my own readathon this year. That's kind of sad. And it also doesn't come out for another week. I have Jujutsu Kaisen 18, and it doesn't come out until the 20th. So I guess I will see you then when I go to buy it. Hello, friends. I'm finally updating this vlog. Today is the 21st, and as you saw in the clip I filmed yesterday that was literally only like 4 seconds long, I have bought Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18, and I'm about to crack into this. I also bought, if I can get my finger to point to it, Iron Widow, because it's a signed copy and it was only $17, and I couldn't pass that up. I've been wanting to read that book for ages, but that has nothing to do with this vlog. I have this book, and it is the last book for my readathon. And that's crazy because this readathon's been going on for 2 months and it feels like it's been years. But this is the last book I have to read, so I'm gonna read it, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, and then we're gonna wrap the whole thing up, and then I'm gonna cry because I have to edit this vlog, and I'm an idiot who didn't edit as I went along, so I have to do it all in one go. Yeah, so I'm gonna start reading this. I'll get back to you when I'm done. Alright, friends, my heat is going on in the background, so that's kind of loud, but it's fine. I finished Volume 18. It's so good. I really love this, like, it's not even just one arc, it's like a series of arcs they're doing. So I love the beginning, and then it kind of, like, gets messy, but, like, the stuff they're doing now, I'm obsessed with. It's so good. And so I'm very happy to have finally gotten to read this. Volume 19 comes out in March, so that's 3 months from now, which, like, fine. 2 or 3 months, that's normal for releases. I'm okay with that. But then Volume 20 doesn't come out in English until August, which is 5 months after March. Like, what the heck? Give me the releases, please. But yeah, I really love this. And now we're going to review everything that I read for this readathon. So we're actually going to put this to the side, and I have my reading journal here where I've kept track of things. So here it is. This is the spread that I made for the Nine Eyes readathon. So first of all, Nine Eyes of Lucian, I gave a 10 out of 10. Fantastic. I adore that book so much. Oh, my cats are doing things behind my desk. So good. An amazing book. Then, When Did You See Her Last by Lemony Snicket? I actually don't remember what I rated that. Let me find my spread for it. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I did really like it. Excited to continue on with the rest of the series. There's 2 more books after that. Then the next book I had to read was The Silver Tracks by Cornelia Funk, which I gave a 7 out of 10 because as much as I adore Cornelia Funk and her works and the worlds that she's built, I did not like some of the main focuses of that book, so bit of a disappointment, but I still really liked it. The Ocean at the End of the Lane, I don't remember reading this because it's probably one of the first ones that I read for this readathon, but that wasn't my first time reading it. I really liked that book. It's kind of middling for Neil Gaiman for me. It's not one of my favorites. I definitely don't dislike it. It's just there. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 18, we've just gone over. I really, really loved it. Then we had Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, which I gave a 10 out of 10, and I ended up binging all 3 books in the original Mistborn series, so I actually vlogged that, so I will leave a link in the description if I remember to do that, so you can watch that vlog, because it was a time. Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, fantastic. I loved it so much. An amazing book. The Murder Farm was okay. I gave it, I think, a 6 out of 10. Not really my thing. I ended up unhauling that to a local little library. Still don't know which one is which, like the correct term. But yeah, it was okay. The Dante Club. I DNF'd 8 pages in. Also unhauled that. Did not like that at all. And then the last book I had to read for this readathon was The 13th Tale. and I just recently read that. I think it was the last book I read for the readathon before this one, but I've read a couple books since then, not for the readathon. I did like it. It was not my favorite thing, but I had a good time, and I'm actually going to be giving my copy to my mother because it really feels like a book she would enjoy. So, yeah, I gotta cross off this last eyeball. But, yeah, that was a wild 2 months, and I don't know why I didn't edit this vlog because I went along. Now I'm gonna have so many clips to go through. But yeah, I guess that's it. It feels weird to be finishing out this vlog because it's been going on for so long, but here we are at the end of things. Let me know if you participated in this readathon, or at least made an attempt. I really hope other people participated besides me. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.